The current season pass is ending soon in Marvel Snap, and today I wanted to break down if it's worth it to purchase the premium version of the season pass. The first thing you need to ask yourself before you do this is, do I have $10 to spend on Marvel Snap? If the answer to this question is no, then no, it's not worth it to you to purchase the season pass. You should always make sure you can afford the purchases that you're making in any mobile game. Now, if you do have $10 to spend in Marvel Snap, I'll spend the rest of this video breaking down how far that money goes if you spend it on the season pass versus what you would get spending it in other methods. I'm also going to be assuming that you're completing the season pass, which is something you're going to do if you're playing the game regularly, especially if you're doing all of your missions every single day to completion anyways. Before we even consider things like the exclusive cosmetics that the season pass contains, let's first look at it from a pure currency value perspective. There's notably 900 gold on the premium side of the season pass, and if we compare this to buying gold directly in the shop, we see that it comes at a very good rate. Spending exactly $10 on gold normally gets you 700 gold, and even if you're spending a much larger amount than that to get a better ratio, 100 USD gets you 8,000 gold, which is a rate of 800 gold per $10 spent, meaning that the season pass is actually the best ratio of USD to gold that you will find in Marvel Snap. Past the gold, there is also 400 additional credits on the premium side of the season pass. If we think about this from a pure I turn most of my gold into credits perspective, this is a lot like getting another 300 golds worth out of our season pass, which equates to another 8 collection levels approximately. Now, past the currency, the primary reason to get the season pass, in my opinion, is definitely the card that it comes with. Let's say, for argument's sake, you're not a huge fan of whatever card is in a given season pass. You either just don't like the playstyle or you think your collection lacks key synergy pieces to work with it for the time being. That being said, any card you don't get now when you have the option to means you're going to have to acquire it later on the collection level track at some point. Because you get one card per 48 levels when you're in the Marvel Snap endgame from those reserves, getting this card sooner rather than later effectively saves you 48 levels on your Marvel Snap journey towards having a full Series 3 collection. 48 levels is nothing to scoff at. It takes 2,400 credits to progress 48 levels on the collection level track in Marvel Snap, not to mention the countless boosters that you're also going to have to acquire to spend those credits with. Next, let's make sure we mention the cosmetics that are contained inside of the season pass for the swag-minded individuals. It is important to note that all of the cosmetics in the season passes moving forward are exclusive to those passes, meaning if you skip on one, they're not going to be coming back around again. There are 3 variants contained inside every season pass, one for the card that the season pass is for, as well as 2 others for cards that are related to that season pass card, as well as an avatar for each of those 3 variant card pieces. The final thing I'd like to touch on with regards to the season pass is the $10 versus $15 option. The $15 option gives you 10 season pass levels to start things off. The thing to note about this is if you're someone that's completing all of the weekly quests for the season pass and just playing Marvel Snap regularly, you're going to trivially finish all 50 levels in the season pass. As I record this video, my current season pass is actually over level 100. That being said, that means these 10 extra levels do effectively turn into 10 additional season caches, of which you can farm an arbitrarily large amount of at the end of the season. The key thing to note about these caches is that they contain both credits and gold, with an expected value of approximately 45 credits per cache, assuming you're converting the gold contained within to additional credits. This means you're paying $5 to effectively get 450 extra credits, some miscellaneous boosters, and an additional chance at pulling a variant with the slim chance of that happening. If we compare this to purchasing $5 worth of gold in the shop, that $5 worth of gold converts into about 375 credits if spent. And if you're someone who's a large spender, purchasing gold $100 at the time, $5 out of the 100 gold amount converts to approximately 500 credits. What this means is if you're someone who's a small spender and you think you'd like to spend $5 additional on Marvel Snap in a month, you're actually better off spending that extra $5 on the season pass than you are buying $5 additional worth of gold. However, if you're a big spender who's buying large chunks of currency, it's actually a bit worse to spend that extra $5 on the season cash as opposed to saving it for your next large gold purchase. In closing, the season pass in Marvel Snap is hands down the best dollar to stuff ratio you're going to find in the client. Whether that stuff is currency, cards, or variants, the season pass beats every other option that you could be spending money on. If you're someone that's looking to spend a small amount of money on Marvel Snap on the regular, the season pass is definitely the place your first bit of money should be going every single month when it comes out. Remember, if you enjoyed my breakdown here today, to tap that like button. If you have a question that I failed to answer about a specific thing, feel free to leave it in a comment down below, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I post Marvel Snap tidbits like this, as well as deck highlights and other game news updates here 7 days a week. I'd love to see you back again sometime soon. As always, thanks for watching all the way through the end of the video, folks, and enjoy the rest of your day.